So preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by...
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to...
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are...
Flipendo!
Not quite.
Flipendo! Bombarda!
Levioso!
Incendio!
No! I will make you pay.
Bombarda! Incendio! Defendo!
I won't let.
Bombarda! Revelio!
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do it.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
How nice of you to stop by.
Incendio! Defender!
To that.
Bombarda! Flipendo! Flipendo! Defendo! Flipendo! Bombarda!
I won't let.
Flipendo! Defendo! Revelio! Incendio! Revelio!
What's that? Who's there? I know I heard something. If only Red were ready.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Do with a nice
Bingo! Bombarda! Mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Revelio! Incendio! I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Defender!
You will
Bombarda! Defender! Incendio! Defender! Potato!
I won't rest
Stupefy! Defender! Bombarda! Defender!
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Incendio!
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Revelio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa! It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy leg.
Smash it.
Venomous fang. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Incendio. Revelio.
Spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists all declared war. Still not seeing.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another fight on our hands.
Someone's here.
Incendio!
Hit it! Let's get it.
Incendio! Bombarda! finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Incendio. Defender. Bombarda. Potato. Stupefy. Bombarda. Incendio. Defender. Crucible. Bombarda. Incendio.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff
Revelio.
ability you're so well known for.
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
We can have a look around in peace. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Wingardium. Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Incendio.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isidore. Sebastian, I think
Hopefully
I
it will
found
help us
something.
unravel more of
A
this
canvas
mystery.
piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he...
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the... This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back... And now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know some...
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They are...
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you
No, Sebastian, I haven't.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable. did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our early... Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne...
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form. And that if he...
That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll...
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that...
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to their...
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now where are those booba-tubers? Revelio. Just my luck.
Bombarda. Stupefy.
Revelio. Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Confringo! Hogwarts don't go down easy. Confringo!
That should do it. I'd better get back to Carissa now. Saccharissa, I found the boo. Would you?
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
It actually was a spot of trouble. You never mentioned I might encounter a troll.
I suppose a higher price is less offensive than being forced to regard the hideous, greasy pus. Thank you, and your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part.
Revelio.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for...
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran...
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after them. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be what...
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us.
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want this...
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing?
Of course. How exciting. Well...
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona...
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but...
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio! A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes... Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of...
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified... Ranrock recruited others to help me locate them. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for them. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps...
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher...
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect again, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. either by the eye above the enchanted door, or...
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
You two seem ready for adventure.
The door is looking at us.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe
Revelio.
I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship.
Incendio.
So simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio. Accio.
I've read about mines. Accio. Something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Cannot know there was a human here. I won't rest.
Incendio.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched. By a door. Incendio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Wouldn't mind a bloody job of Christmas. Suit me, sitting around all day. Mind you, suppose it could get a bit boring.
Incendio. Bombarda.
I won't rest.
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. Bombard! We can't have a lot empty-headed.
Let's get it. I won't rest.
Incendio.
You can't stop
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another one. Revelio. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Accio.
Revelio. Devil's Snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Revelio.
There's a hole in my pocket.
Arresto momentum. Incendio. Incendio. Bombard. Arrest the momentum.
Stop by. One less human to worry about. Are you sure you're not a when I get down from here? Release me!
Arresto momentum. Incendio. Bombarda! Defender!
I will make you pay.
Arrest that momentum. Bombarda!
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit. Accio.
I'm good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Revelio. Incendio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Revelio. Accio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however,
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Revelio. Revelio.
Pay particular attention to the street.
Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I actually have some moons.
Oh, thank you. The fewer of these statues I see, the better.
Where should I look?
All of my usual haunts. Here in the castle, in Hogsmeade, and believe... Oh, my tormentor is...
I'll keep an eye out for...
You are to be
You think no one...
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. That item is of the highest quality. you're all set with the new upgrade. I can't... This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with... However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Don't see myself doing this sort.
Next time I see Fig or that student.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here. This... The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Hufflepuff, over here!
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate...
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Hufflepuff.
That wasn't too difficult. Made it. Brilliant. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. This is going well. This is rather fun. That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. Well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Hufflepuff. You take care of yourself.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its...
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to... At last, I think I know what needs to...
What will you do after the final up?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades. Proved the naysayers wrong. Made all the hard work.
I shall look forward to speaking.
I'll be sure to send you an hour when I'm finished. Couldn't have done this without you.
For Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and...
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them.
I suppose they are known for having an air of...
That's exactly the right word. I just...
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us.
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual... What do moonstones have to do with... And why was he so certain about...
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from...
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
This place has seen better days.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders here. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Hart. Meet me here after you have... Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband... But the help Harlow wants is help that I can...
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you?
I've nothing to say about him.
Please, sir.
You know the Bickle?
I know Mr. Hill.
Oh, he's a good man. It started a few weeks ago. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. We haven't told Mr. Hill. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship...
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative book, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say.
Could you give me a bit more detail?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere. Excuse me, I wondered if I might...
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak, but I feared Harlow's return.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you.
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poems. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having... Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my... I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away. I was shaken to my...
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I shed...
I suppose I have no choice. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. To be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Defender! Accio!
A hidden door. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Student would be arrogant. I'm in here alone.
You just Accio! Send it! Protego! Bombarda! Incendio!
Protego!
Glacier! Incendio!
Pay for your deed. You've made a great mistake.
Bombarda! Incendio!
Flash of inspiration.
Glacier! Protego! Stupefy!
You're going to regret that.
Defender!
Pay for your deed.
Expulso!
Great mistake.
Defender! Bombarda! Electricity! Glacier! Incendio! Defender! Bombarda! Revelio!
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio!
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rain. He will tell you what to say.
I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you.
I am all right. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly.
I shall do my best. Any idea?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Aloha, Mora.
I wanted somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will...
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to separate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Officer Singer, and put an end to...
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking...
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives, in addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to black...
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are...
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take...
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall... Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special prize for you. I truly enjoyed working with you. Thank you for believing in me. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
An idea that I don't write down.
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container?
They are. I fear. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess.
Wait, is the next trial in the head?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of... Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself.
I understand.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office?
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should...